All right, guys. It is 4:30 in the morning. Happy Halloween to everybody out there. And I watched this not last night when me and Mike watched our thing live stream watch along, but the night before that I watched Wishmaster 3. Didn't watch the fourth one. And if you think you think anyone who follows this channel enough thinks that I'm going to spend even a second watching the fourth Wishmaster movie on Halloween, did you guess exclusively not a fucking chance? Because that's the answer. Like, absolutely not. This is so bad. This is cringeworthy. This movie, like, absolutely cringeworthy, which is what I remembered for this one and the fourth one. Like I said in the last two videos, or one of those two videos, I haven't seen the third and fourth Wishmaster since the first time I saw them, like right around when they came out. Not since then, for damn good reason. And oh god, this is just so bad. Let's just fucking power through this real quick because there are three films I want to cover today that I usually always watch around Halloween, but fucking shit's been so crazy and there's been a lot of shit I've been doing for the channel, so hopefully I'll get to them and I'll have a little unveiling of what I'm planning for November, for the theme of the month of November, a little later today. But alright, 2001, Wishmaster 3. I didn't even write the subtitle. to Hell and Back, maybe. Like, that might be it. It doesn't even fucking matter, like, at all at this point. And then we have directed by Chris Angel, which when I first saw that name, and I remember thinking this back then too, like when I first saw it, the one time I saw this movie, but Chris Angel. I was like, not that stupid fucking illusionist from like the early 2000s who used to like walk a tightrope across like two skyscrapers and like all that stupid illusionist shit that he used to do. And every time that you tune in on like Fox TV, like Fox 5, and watch him do a stunt, you're just secretly praying he falls to his death. Like, come on, everybody. Everyone was secretly, even just a little bit, like when a fire starts, there's part of you that just wishes it keeps getting worse, right? Or maybe it's just me, fuck you then, but like, I do. And I used to always just wish, not wish, but if he falls, wouldn't be completely entertainmentless. Whatever, you know what I'm saying. It would be hilarious. So this first thing, so bad. This movie, just absolutely terrible. The look of the djinn in this movie is fucking so bad. It's fucking atrocious how it looks, and you don't even see it for most of this movie. I think you see him in his full djinn form like twice, three times maybe. The whole rest of the movie, including the whole ending and everything, is just the djinn in his new body, like human body. So you don't even see the djinn, like the design of him, like at all, except for like after like the first half hour of the movie. Thank fucking Christ, because it looks so bad. And the voice is so bad. The dialogue from the djinn is terrible, like cringeworthy bad. Like, this is why Robert Devoff is a fucking legend, because what he did with the djinn in the first two Wishmasters, what a fucking performance. I've said it enough. Without him, that instantly would take any Wishmaster film down like 100% in quality. I'm not saying there wouldn't be any good things remaining, but that is a huge thing that's going to take away from the quality of the film. Like 1,000,000%. And we don't have Devoff, we have some other guy, and he's terrible. So, like, absolutely awful. And then we have Diana, who's the main chick in here, and she's like a grad student, and she has some boyfriend, but like, she has trouble opening up to him, and he's like getting pissed off, like, what am I doing wrong? And her friend is just saying, give her space, and just like all bullshit that I really don't give a shit about that we have here in a Wishmaster movie. And the effects in this movie are terrible. Like, absolutely terrible. Like, there's barely any practical effects in this. Or, like, any effects. Like, there's, like, almost no real effects work in this movie. Like, even CGI. Like, and when there is, it's abysmal. Like, this, when I said that these movies, I remember them, like, feeling like sci-fi movies. Worse. Like, worse than sci-fi movies. Like, oh god, man, why do I subject myself to this? Okay, and then the opal is in an ancient Persian box now. Like, they show at the very beginning of the movie, they show shots of when the credits are rolling. They're showing shots of a Horrendously and everything from the first two movies, the statue and shit, which we know is where this opal is embedded in. Then you never hear of a Horrendously ever again for the rest of this movie. And she finds this box that has like ancient runes and like markings on it and stuff, and like there's like a secret button like you push like down into a hole and then it opens the box, and the opal's inside of that. And then they mentioned that that was found like dug up, and it was dates back to ancient Persia. So we're completely ignoring everything now from the first two movies of where the opal came from and everything like that. It still came from Persia. But apparently this time it never was in the Ahura Mazda statue. It has nothing to do with Ahura Mazda at all. And it was just in this box. Which is, fuck you, movie. This is so fucking terrible. And how was it in this box? And in the first Wishmaster, she turns back time by wishing Torellia wasn't drinking that day on the job and didn't drop the statue of Ahura Mazda and crush that guy and all that shit. So it would still be in the statue, which made sense going into Wishmaster 2, because during the heist at the beginning, when one of them is getting shot at and it shoots the statue, then the piece with the opal falls out and Morgana finds it, which... Did I mention anything in that video about Morgana and how gorgeous she is? Because... Jesus, man, I fucking love her so much. It takes like a day or two to get her out of my head. But it's there. It's in the statue. So then when at the end of Wishmaster 2, when she says, like, her wish is she didn't kill the guard with the two kids, that doesn't take it back to before the statue was shot, when the opal in the piece, like, broke off. So it can kind of make sense, I guess, if like they were cleaning up the museum like after the heist and stuff, and they found that on the floor. But then how did it make its way into a fucking ancient box that is stated was found in the dirt, that it was dug up, and it dates back to ancient Persia, which means it's been in this box since Persia, fucking in the 1st century. Don't even ask me. Fucking, I had no idea. This is all insane. Then there was an accident in the girl's life in her past, and both her parents died. And this, you see this accident. This bitch survived. She had a scratch like over here, and it was like a gnarly car wreck. She's fucking dead. Like, there's no way this bitch survived at all. But there's that, and she's having dreams of the accident and everything, and the boyfriend's worried about her, like, obviously, and saying, like, you don't ever talk to me, you get help or anything like that. And she's not believed by, like, anybody at the beginning here, like, her friends, nobody, like, they introduce this, like, that's one thing that's different with this one, is that in the first two movies, the first one, you just have Alex on her own. Like, the only person she goes to talk to for help is, like, fucking Wendy, who's, like, the all-knowing on the gin. And in the second one, Morgana just had Gregory to talk to. Now we have an additional couple on top of a couple. And it's just such a waste of time. Like, why? Like, just to have more wishes. That's why. To have more twisty wishes. Which I'll get to that. That's even more insane in this movie. And then she has a professor and he likes her, but like she has a boyfriend obviously, so she can't reciprocate the feelings. And at this point, honestly, this is like only like 15-20 minutes and I ran downstairs to make coffee and I didn't even pause it. So like something that there's a relationship somewhere between her and the professor. Like that's all I can tell you. And that's all really, it doesn't matter like any of this. And then now like the djinn can like pretty much fucking like provoke and force you to wish. Like he said in the last movie, he can only act like with his powers if he's wished to do so. None of these people are asking for wishes. He's like taking them and shoving them up against the wall and saying like, "You fucking better wish now, or I'm gonna rape and kill you." Like, he'll just say that, but that's like basically what he's doing. He's basically taking all these people and forcing them to make a wish. Otherwise, like, threatening them with severe bodily harm and shit. Like, none of this is good, like, in any shape or form, like, at all. And then the friends, the main girl, Diana's best friend, and her boyfriend, they like want to fuck in a public place because one of them does like an not internet, but like a radio show on the campus, on the college, and the thing they're talking about is like having sex in a public place, and is it more erotic and stuff, whatever, and they end up fucking like in this public place, and right before they start, this came out 2001. So it was right around like a little after Austin Powers and stuff. This guy literally says, "Oh, behave like Austin Powers." Like, oh, it's so fucking cringeworthy. Like, it's so bad. Absolutely terrible. And then the djinn, he takes over the professor, and that's who he uses for this whole movie, just like we had Nathaniel Demarest in the first two movies, which is... I can't talk about Devoff enough, how just his absence ruined this movie before they even started this movie. Like 100%. But he's the fucking professor now is like the djinns act like human body. And then there's just pop music playing all throughout this movie. Like it's so bad. It's just terrible pop music, like songs and stuff. We didn't get any of this shit in the first two Wishmasters. Terrible. We had Harry Manfredini's score in the first movie, and I liked the score in the second movie. The score in this, like, not the pop songs, but like the actual score itself, and I almost never like bitch about a score in a movie. Like, so far on the channel, like, if there's a score I don't care, it's whatever, I just won't really mention it or talk about the score. This is fucking terrible. Like, this is so bad. Like, it just doesn't work at all. It doesn't fit the feel of the movie or the tone of the film, which both of those are terrible too. So I guess it makes sense that none of this works at all. But it's so bad, the score to this. Like, I was shocked that that I was like, damn, man. I mention the sound design and the score in like almost every video I do because I'm a musician and shit, and like I pay attention to the music and the sounds. Oh, it's just let's fucking... I'm not even halfway done with these notes. I'm kind of pissed. And now he does, and I'm sure this is just for the budget, and like I guarantee it. And like for him to like still be kind of threatening, but not have to get the actor into full makeup and stuff for the full form of the djinn, which is why we don't see it the full form more than like twice in this movie. But now he can just, like, his face could turn cheaply CGI wise into the djinn's face for like a half a second and then disappear, and it's back to the professor's face. So obviously that's their way. They didn't want to fucking fuck that. Like, you see how much time it takes to put the makeup on this guy? Like, we don't have money. Fucking 100% what happened. And I said, all right, just flash the djinn's fucking face across the actor's face, CGI wise. We'll do that. I'm like, oh. And he tells the boyfriend to tell Diana that she has 3 wishes that he needs to grant for her, and that she has to make these fucking wishes. And then the professor's whole wish is bullshit too. With him just wishing for, and he's being forced the whole time. Like I said, like, it's pretty much, this is like Wishmaster at gunpoint, the movie, because you really have no choice in making a wish here. And he wishes to have the 2 most beautiful women in the world both be in love with him. That's the wish. That's it. And then the 2 women, yeah, they are beautiful, and we get some tits, which is maybe the upside, the only like silver lining in this movie, is that there's a decent amount of tits. That's like it. Like, I really can't give, I'll wait to the end, but I really can't give a positive besides that. Like, at all. So, like, that's something right there. And both these women come and start making out with him and stuff, and then they start biting his tongue off, and then the djinn is sitting there licking his lips and like getting turned on by watching the women like fuck with this guy. And like before that, like to force him to make a wish, because he's like, no, I'm not going to make a wish and stuff, and he starts imitating a college girl's voice, the djinn, and sounding like a girl, and then like talking like the professor is trying to rape her or molest her, and like saying like, oh no, don't do that, professor. Are you fucking serious? Like, now that's what he's doing? He's talking in some girl's voice to blackmail him into making a wish. And then when after the two beautiful women come and rip his fucking tongue out and shit like that, he didn't ask for that shit. No, he didn't wish to get torn apart by these two women. He wished that two beautiful women would be in love with him. How that translates to be in love with you and then just fucking bite your tongue off and maul you to death, I don't know. But apparently that's what happens. Then I was gonna get pissed because I was like, oh, another priest, but it's just the djinn, like pretending to be one and meet him at the church. And then now he can kill her if she doesn't wish, apparently, which is another thing that was not a thing, and now it is. So in the last movie with Morgana and stuff, the Khrushchev even shoots her, and the wound just closes back up and heals itself. So like, you can't kill the person who woke the djinn until she gets her 3 wishes out, and the djinn can take over the earth. Now it's just, if she dies, then the djinn's fucked. I don't know. I really don't. Like, this was such a rough watch, guys. Like, it really, really was. And then the girl wishes to lose weight, and honestly, I don't even remember what happens at this point. And there's a few things with that. Like, I saw this, like I said, 2 nights ago, and it's not the type of film that, like, you're remembering shit, because there's nothing good to remember. But she wishes to lose weight, and she just, like, she starts puking, like, her fucking insides up and shit. Like, kinda like Lucio Fulci's City of the Living Dead, like, when she's vomiting up her, like, insides. Except, like, if that was the Mona Lisa, this is, like, some 5-year-old kid who's a douchebag that nobody likes because he's annoying drew a little stick figure painting. That's the equivalent. Like, it's so bad. The effects are so terrible in this movie. Like, oh god, at least stick to 2 things. Just 2 things. Make the djinn look good, and have some cool effects in there. That's all you need for a Wishmaster film. This has none of that, and like, just worse. Now it just gets we're gonna keep going like higher and higher on the stupidity scale here, because this is just unbelievable where they went with this movie. So her wish, her like first wish or second wish, I don't even remember. It's not the third one, because if she made the third one, the world would be over. So her second wish or something like that is that she wishes, they're in the church, and she wishes for the angel Michael to come down from the heavens and help her kill the djinn. Are you fucking serious? Come on, man. Like, really? Like, this is where we're going. This is where we're having the Archangel Michael come down from heaven to help this bitch kill the djinn. What a stupid fucking choice. The script is so bad in this movie too. Just everything. And then we get this sword. CGI looks terrible. Just the sword just starts appearing. And now apparently this is how you kill the djinn. Stab him with this magical sword, which just appears out of nowhere. It just like materializes on the ground with terrible CGI. And then they're just like, oh, we got this badass sword. And apparently at the end, that's what kills the djinn. We get a sword fight. Like a half sword fight. We have like Archangel Michael in Gregory's body, the boyfriend's body, with the sword trying to attack the djinn. And then there's like a fist fight between them, and oh god, it's tragic. Like, it really is. It's like so bad. Like, oh, I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't just watch Wishmaster 1 and 2 and then realize to myself and say, you know what? It's only like 2-3 days until Halloween. You probably don't want to like get into the third and fourth one until like after Halloween. Like, I don't know why I didn't think of that, because this is just a complete waste of time. Like, at this point, and in the context of it being Halloween today and the last few days leading up to it, bad fucking choice, JT. So I'll take full responsibility for this, for watching this one. And yeah, like I said, we seriously have Angel Michael in Greg's body right now. Like, that's exactly what it is. And then, and even after this, that half sword fight and fist fight and shit, the Jinn like does like a back roll off the floor to stand back up, and then like just that looks so fucking dumb. Like, why? Like, any of this, I don't get it. I mean, of course, this is so low budget, and it's released straight to video, DVD, and I get it. But there's a lot of like movies that were released to video or released to DVD that I love, or at least that are a whole like miles better than this in every way, shape, and form. So like, there's no excuse just from it being direct to TV or video or whatever the fuck it was. And then the brunette, the friend, whatever, she wished for something. Again, I kind of left the room to take a piss. Didn't pause it. So she wished for something and her heart explodes. And it looks terrible. So like, it doesn't even matter what she wished for. And then it was this one part that like Diana, the main chick, is on the stage. And she goes to like, the scene ends and she goes like to the edge of the stage and she jumps off the stage like to the floor. When it first happened, I didn't see, like, I wasn't even paying much attention that she was on a stage. So it looked like she just jumped off the screen like into an abyss somewhere and disappeared. And I had to waste 3 seconds going back and being like, what the fuck just happened there? Like, was that a terrible edit? Like, what was that? It looked like she just jumped off like here, then just like disappeared from the film. And I was like, all right, I gotta like rewind that 3, 4, 5 seconds to see what that was. And yeah, she's on the stage and she just jumps off of it. But that's the mind state you get in after like 40 something minutes into this movie. And then, what the fuck does that even say? I don't know, but I'm just gonna skip that one. Doesn't make sense. And then, and then the friend, one of the other people, makes a wish. Sort of, like I said, makes a wish, and he says, "Blow me," and the Jinn just literally just goes, and he goes flying across the fucking room and like gets impaled on like some like statue or like deer antlers or something like that. I have no clue what it was. He gets impaled on these things on the wall and he's dead. Just come on, like, oh god. Chris Angel, no wonder there's no IMDb page, there's no fucking Wikipedia page for Chris Angel, the director of this, and you don't even have to ask me why. Fucking Jesus, because he did the next one too, Wishmaster 4. You can't find information on this man, and I'm sure that's exactly how he wants it. Like, he doesn't want anyone getting like in touch with him to talk about these, how bad these were, anything like that. He's probably disowned these movies so bad. And then Michael hands her the angel, and again, Michael, this is Archangel Michael in the body of the boyfriend here. Like, this is where we're at. This is how fucking stupid this is. Gives her the magical sword because she's like, I'm gonna go kill the Jinn. He's like, you're not ready. And she ends up grabbing the sword and shit. And then fucking it starts lighting on fire and like starts burning her fucking arm. And again, like, I don't know what it is with just blowing on shit, but like, she starts burning and shit on her arm and is in pain. And she drops the sword and then he just takes her hand. And it goes back to normal, and come on, man. Then this, I was looking at this before, I don't even know what the fuck. Mike eats sisters. I don't fucking know. Like, that's the note. So, skip. And then, the friend's body with the rats, awful. Like, and again, like the wish. Like, what was her wish? Her wish was, I wish there was somewhere to hide. And then the fucking Professor Jin talks to her for like a minute, and then she's shoving her head into a fucking rat cage or a mouse cage or some shit, and they all start eating at her. That happens. And then we're almost done here. And then Michael cuts off the Jin's hand with the sword, and even that looks terrible. Like nothing. There's just, you see an obvious fake hand just fly in the air and fall to the ground, and then you just see a cheap little stump, and then like it just CGI grows back like a second later, and so there's no point for any of that, like at all. Then there's a car chase with them trying to get away as far as they can in the car, and this is, I was dying during this. Like the Jin as the Professor, you just see him like see the car, and it's like going fucking like at least 40 miles an hour. Like at this point, he starts fucking running really fast and jumps in the air and lands on top of a speeding car. God, I can't, man. Like I can't. Like I don't even have jokes for this fucking video. It's just, it's so bad. Like it's not even worth thinking of anything for a second, like watching this movie. Like, oh. And these are like the type of videos and stuff that, I mean, they are kind of rantish, but they're few and far between. And it would it be as bad if it wasn't a Wishmaster movie? I've said this with Return to Sleepaway Camp. If that wasn't in that franchise, would it be as abysmal as that movie is? Yes, there would, that one. This, yeah, it would still be an awful, awful, awful film, but it hits even more egregiously stupid shit going on, and just being that bad because it's part of a franchise that I like the first two of. So it's just, oh god. And then so he jumps like fucking Spider-Man style onto the fucking top of the car, and then she's like purposely crashes the car like to get him off the top, and there's a car wreck, and you saw that happening for as soon as she mentioned that her parents died in a car wreck, that she survived somehow with just a fucking scratch on her forehead. And then if she doesn't wish, then she's gonna die. And if she just dies before her third wish, then the Jin dies again. And then Michael throws the magical sword, and Diana grabs it and ends up stabbing the Jin, and they both fall off a building. And she, like, the Jin, like, the Professor, like, fucking breaks her fall. Like, they, like, fall like this. She's on top and falls down and shit like that. And that's it. And he just dies. The Jin's dead. Like, he gets stabbed with the sword. That's all it takes now. There's no Nib Shugarath Bahim. There's no putting him back in the opal. It's just stab him with a magical Archangel Michael sword. And he bad CGI's away out of existence. And that's what happens with that. And then Greg's back, Angel Michael's gone out of his body, and that's the end of the movie. Like, that's it. Like, that's the end. This is so bad. Like, this is absolutely tragically bad. Like to the point that it took like 2.5 hours to watch this movie, because there were times I walked out like 2-3 minutes just to, like I said, to go to the bathroom or make coffee and stuff like that, and didn't even pause it. Then there were times that I just paused it and started doing other shit for like 20 minutes at a time. And it's just like, all right, I can't take any of this right now. I gotta wait like 20 minutes before I talk anymore. Or like write notes or watch this or anything to do with this movie. So, Wishmaster 4, there's not a fucking chance you're coming anytime soon in the next few days. Probably for like next week or this coming week. I'll have it out for some reason, just because I'm a completionist and I need to do a whole franchise and all that shit. You guys all know this by now. So now I'm debating 3 things I want to do today, which I have 3 movies I want to watch that I usually watch every Halloween morning or the night before, which I didn't get to last night because I was much happier watching my favorite film of all time. But I'm going to try to have those 3 out And then the whole Halloween franchise is, and this is why I'm pissed about Wishmaster. I should have just waited until after, like after Halloween, because I pretty much got all the Halloweens that I give a shit about out of the way. Like I only have Rob Zombie's 2 to go, which I love H2, so that's fine. Then I was gonna do the first 2 of the new trilogy since I'm not talking about Halloween Ends. I don't give a fuck if those get done. Like they're not getting done today. Let's just be fucking honest. It's Halloween, and we're hopefully having a Halloween John Carpenter's live stream watch along, just like I did with the thing with Mike last night. So probably same exact time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, watching Carpenter's Halloween, and I'll set that up in a few hours, the stream and stuff like that. But hopefully, I'll be able to just get those 3 movies that that are Halloween themed that I watch every Halloween Eve or Halloween. But oh god, this is so bad, like so bad. Like this is the type of like 60-second review that is so easy. Like it's just click. This movie fucking blows in every in every way, shape, or form. Don't watch this. Click. Like that's the only thing I could see using a 15-second short for. You know me, I can't. 15 seconds? The fuck am I going to talk about in 15 seconds? This is one I can do. Like, just don't watch, avoid. It's awful in every fucking way. Good night. Like, and that's the fucking end of it. So, Wishmaster 3 by the great Chris Angel directing from 2001. Happy Halloween, everybody. I hope everyone has a safe and happy Halloween. Yeah, I just couldn't think of anything else. Like I said, it's fucking 4 in the morning. Like 5 in the morning, and I just woke up, which was great because I got to fall asleep and I slept like a baby. Like right after the watching the thing last night, like maybe like an hour after that, I just passed out, and it was beautiful because I don't get to sleep much. Like, so it's rare when I get like a good solid like few hours of sleep like straight way through. So awesome, and I'm gonna now. It's at least I have a head start on the day. 5 o'clock in the morning on Halloween. I got all morning, I got all afternoon. I don't have fucking work or shit to do today. Perfect. That way I can get these 3 movies I want to watch out. Have a little watch party for Halloween tonight at 7. Awesome Halloween. So everyone, hope you're enjoying. I know my Brit friends and stuff over there, they're ahead by like 4 hours, so 5 hours. So they're well into their Halloween morning so far. But everybody, wherever you're from, hope you're having a good morning. If it's still nighttime for you and it's not Halloween yet, hurry the fuck up and catch up with us, because we're going to start the Halloween festivities without you, and you're going to be lost, and you're going to be fucked, and you're going to be like really sad about the situation. So move your time fucking along and get up with us Americans and Europeans and everything. But take care, guys. I'll see you soon with more Halloween content on Halloween 2022. Take care.